Tonight on WVUA News at 6, Tuscaloosa County leaders speak out about controlling vicious animals. Find out what they say you should do if you see one in your neighborhood. Plus,
hundreds of concerned Alabama residents gathered on the steps of the State House, wearing red and raising awareness. I'm Jennifer Edwards, and I'll have why coming up on WVUA News.
Also, a West Alabama teenager sets his sights on Hollywood and becoming the next American Idol.
But first, the fight over mental health funding. Hundreds of people rallied in Montgomery to show their support for funding of Alabama's Department of Mental Health.
WVUA reporter Jennifer Edwards was at the rally and has details on the budget cuts and how they could affect those in mental health programs.
Save our services was the message behind the rally. Advocates for mental health programs joined together to take a stand against funding reductions for the Department of Mental Health. Tom Holmes with the ARC of Alabama says the budget cut could significantly affect mental health programs statewide.
The department doesn't get the funding it needs and is not able to implement this plan the commissioner has put forward, then we're faced with a 25% reduction in service funding for October 1st.
Lisa King and her husband foster 5 children with mental illnesses. King says with help from funding by mental health organizations, they were able to live a normal life.
Our children, all of them were destined to be in the institution. They had been through multiple foster homes, and we were told that they just weren't going to make it in the community. So between the community mental health center and proper medication through our doctor, we've been able to successfully not only be a family, but be a family in the community.
King says if funding is cut, she's afraid the organizations they turn to for help would no longer exist.
There are no words to describe what the cut in funding would do. The program that we first came through the system with would be completely gone.
King's son Nicholas says he wouldn't be here today without his foster parents and help from mental health organizations.
I'm back now, and I'm real happy that I'm back with the support from Lisa and John. I couldn't have done it without them.
Reporting from Montgomery, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
And as we have reported, mental health leaders say they plan to consolidate current Breaux Hospital patients with criminally insane patients from the Taylor Hardin facility. Now, this proposal could shift close to 500 Breaux patients into community-based care and possibly shrink the mental health workforce by roughly 1,000 employees. And another big story we're working on for you tonight is following the possibility of stormy weather in West Alabama.
It is quiet out there right now, but is there a chance that a change could be on the way? For the latest on what to expect, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott.
Yeah, Lynn and Phil, watching things closely, even for this evening. Have some strong storms up across the Tennessee Valley, and some of those are trying to work towards the south. Portions of Winston and Marion County seeing some strong storms right now, but nothing severe at this hour. And some of these storms could develop further south. Anywhere along and north of Interstate 2059, there's a small risk of an isolated severe storm this evening. Many of us stay dry, though, to the south of Interstate 2059. Temperatures fall back around 60 at the 10 o'clock hour, 57. As we approach midnight, showers and storms should move out of the area shortly after midnight. What about the rest of that forecast and the chance of some severe storms Thursday night? Home team weather's coming up in a bit. Stay with us.
All right, thanks, Richard. Now, new at 6, vicious dogs were the hot topic during today's Tuscaloosa County Commission meeting. The issue seems to be who should answer calls placed about vicious dog nuisance. Betty Odom, a resident from Coker, approached the county commission today looking for answers. She says her dogs have been attacked by other dogs in the neighborhood twice in recent months. And Odom says she called the sheriff's department about this, and they directed her to call animal control. But Odom says when she called them, she was told to go to court. Probate judge Hardy McCullum says the community needs to know what steps to take to report their concerns in this matter.
You can file a complaint, and it will be investigated. And if it's deemed that the animal needs to be quarantined, then the animal control officer, maybe even with the assistance of the sheriff's department, will take that animal under control and quarantine it.
Meanwhile, the head of the Solid Waste Department and of Animal Control, Jim Patry, told WVUA if you see an animal on the county on the loose, you should call this number, area code 205-722-0960.
Today marks Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent. Christians around the world are marking this occasion at St. Francis University Church in Tuscaloosa. Church members received ashes on their foreheads today. It serves as a symbol of penance, the tone for the entire season of Lent, which is a period of preparation for Easter. UA freshman Kimberly Gubert says Lent is a time for her to improve herself.
It's a time to think about, what I've done wrong and stuff, and how I can start changing things in my life to do better. And then usually that's how I pick what I'm going to give up for Lent.
Many people observe Lent by giving something up like food, TV, or other activities. A Tuscaloosa teen reached for the stars and made it all the way to Hollywood.
Justin Oliver sung from the heart and was chosen to compete on American Idol.
There have been times that I thought I wouldn't last for long.
Oliver is a student at American Christian Academy. He says he auditioned before and didn't make it and had no plans to try again, but his family encouraged him to give it one more shot. And this time, things went a lot better. Meanwhile, Oliver is now back at American Christian Academy, but he says that American Idol is an experience that he will never forget.
Wow, this is a dream come true, because it's something that I can tell you we've been dreaming about around here and in my family for a long time. Just being able to have that opportunity has been a dream of mine for a very long time.
And Oliver says his fans can learn more about his upcoming performances by following his Facebook and Twitter pages.